Keeping exotic pets continues to rise in popularity as people look for new and different types of pets. Many of these pets may not be legal to own where you live and have very specific care and behavior needs that make owning them quite difficult. The following list of exotic pets has some of the best exotic small pets that may be easier to own than others. Today, I'm going to show you 10 most amazing pets for home. Before starting the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more content, subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. Number 10. Fennec Fox. If you're looking for an unusual and exotic pet that is incredibly cute, you can't go wrong with the Fennec Fox. These foxes are tiny and are about the size of a Chihuahua dog when fully grown. Fennec Foxes are not easy to obtain, and they can be very expensive. However, they may become more readily available and less pricey as their population grows. They do need a lot of socialization to make them comfortable around people, and while they are dog-like, this is not a pet you'll ever be able to take off leash to the park. They are social animals who need a lot of attention and do well if you have more than one, so they have regular company. They can be house-trained like a cat, although most owners keep them in a large caged enclosure rather than giving them free run of the house. They do need regular time out of their kennel, however. Number 9. Axolotl. This salamander has been rising in popularity. They hail from Mexico and are oddly cute. They can be found in most pet stores that specialize in fish, as they're an aquatic species. Axolotls are good beginner pets, as they're not very hard to care for, and they can also do well in a smaller tank, such as a 20-gallon at minimum, although larger is better. They live in fresh water and need a good, strong filter, as they can be messy. Axolotls can eat frozen, freeze-dried, or fresh bloodworms, shrimp, and even ground beef. Other than frequent water changes, cleaning their tank, and providing them with the correct diet, they're a low-maintenance, interesting pet. Number 8. Degu. Degus look like a cross between a guinea pig and a hamster. They are very social animals and live in large groups in the wild, so they need to be kept with at least one other Degu to be happy. Just note, if you keep Degus of the opposite sex together, they will breed and rapidly produce litters of 4 to 6 babies at a time on average. Also, larger litters of 8 or 10 babies are possible. Instead, get a pair or small group of all females or all males. Degus can live in the same type of cage as ferrets or rats and use many of the same accessories and toys. They are similar to chinchillas in that they need to take dust baths. Number 7. Cockroach. You might be surprised to find out that cockroaches are considered a good exotic pet. The species that are commonly kept as pets are the Madagascar hissing cockroach, the death's head cockroach, the Indian domino cockroach, and the Cuban cockroach. While they're not a pet you want to be affectionate with, you can handle them fairly easily. Depending on the species, you may need a permit from your state's Department of Agriculture. They can be considered an invasive species, and transporting them between states is regulated. These cockroaches grow between 1 and 3 inches long and live for about a year, though some can live as long as 5 years. They should be kept in groups because they are social insects, but they don't require a large aquarium. It's important to find one with a locking lid, as they are prodigious climbers. Number 6. Sugar gliders. Sugar gliders are adorable little tree-dwelling marsupials. Like a flying squirrel, they have thin membranes of skin on both sides of their bodies that allow them to take off from a higher point and glide to another location. Sugar gliders are also illegal in many states, including Alaska, California, Hawaii, Massachusetts, and New Mexico. Sugar gliders can be easy to keep in that they're small and thrive on companionship, so they can be very affectionate when properly socialized. However, they're also messy, can't be house-trained, and have 4 scent glands for marking territory. They can also bite if they feel scared. Since they're very social animals, you may need to keep 2 sugar gliders, so they have company when you're not home or during the evening, as they're nocturnal animals. Number 5. Millipedes. Millipedes are an unusual choice of exotic pet. but one that's definitely easy to care for and requires minimal space. The type of millipede commonly sold as a pet is the African giant millipede. They can reach up to 12 inches in length and don't require an overly large aquarium to live in. Millipedes need specific substrates and lighting and heating elements to keep the temperature and humidity at an appropriate level, but these are all easily acquired at most pet supply stores. The millipede is herbivorous, so you can feed them fresh fruits and vegetables. You should also give them a calcium supplement. While they're not cuddly, they can be handled and do not bite. However, they can produce a substance that may irritate your skin, so it's best to handle them wearing gloves. Number 4. Hedgehogs. Hedgehogs, or hedgies as they're affectionately known, are cute little animals covered in quills on their head, back, and sides, with fur on their underside. They roll up into a spiny ball when they feel threatened, but you can teach them to accept handling with gentle persistence. An adult hedgie only reaches about 8 inches long on average. Hedgehogs are illegal to keep as pets in California, Georgia, Hawaii, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., and New York City. Hedgehogs can make nice pets because they're quiet and don't require a ton of interaction to be happy. They also don't need a lot of grooming. However, they are nocturnal, which means they may be more active at night when you're winding down from your day. They also need to be single pets in their enclosures, so you'll need separate cages if you want more than one. They can also transmit diseases to humans, such as ringworm and salmonella. Number 3. Tarantulas. Tarantulas may not be everyone's cup of tea, but some owners find them fascinating. One benefit of owning a tarantula is that they are very low-maintenance pets that don't require much other than feeding and cleaning their cage. They also don't need much space or attention. Number 2. Hermit Crabs. These cute crustaceans have been popular for decades. They actually live on dry land, so recreating a habitat for them isn't very difficult. They do not require a huge tank and are a great pet for a small apartment. Hermit crabs are an easy, exotic pet to own, as they're docile and will rarely pinch, and don't require much as far as daily care. Number 1. Ball pythons. Some pet owners may not consider a snake exotic, but to many everyday pet owners, keeping a reptile is definitely unusual. For one thing, you need to feed your ball python frozen or live mice and rats, which can make owning them most definitely different from keeping your average cat or dog. Of all the pet snakes available, ball pythons are one of the easiest and make a good choice for beginners. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications to see more of our future videos. With that said, keep enjoying our videos, and I'll see you in the next video.